Hi, Tom from Blue Tinted Glasses here. Just travelling back down from the game. Just stopped off to recharge for the last hour of the journey, but thought I'd do my post-match review of our defeat to Preston. Obviously, team news came out. A couple of changes from a few changes from the game the other night. Obviously, Abdul came back into the lineup. Mavididi came back into the lineup. Jordan went back up front. James Justin coming at right back, but bar that, it was very, very similar team. Winks obviously started over Skip in the middle of the park. Obviously it was Solarchek, Justin, Vestergaard, Ockley, Thomas, Winks, Sumari, Bilal El Khanous, Abdul Fatoui, Mavididi, and Jordan Ayew. And I think wasn't the team I wanted to see today. I wanted a few more changes in there. I think, for me, Hamza should have started instead of Sumari. I don't think Bubba's offered enough in the first couple of games. I think we need a bit more energy around the park. We all know Hamza can do that. And I also wanted to see Monga play again. I felt his performance the other night, he probably deserved a bit more of a chance for running the team. But obviously kicked off against, let's not deny it, a very, very big Preston side of a lot of tall players, a lot of brute force in there, especially their two big tall strikers. We all knew they were going to give us a match today at the back with against Vestergaard and Coley. And then, you start off, it's very, very much us having the line of possession, but not really doing anything with the ball. Just very much backwards, sideways, trying to go down the lines. Abdul trying to take his man on loads of times and not really getting anywhere. And then 7 minutes in, their goal comes from nothing, really. It's a long ball down the line. And really, I don't know what Solarchek's thinking. I still can't work out what he's thinking, but he comes flying out, leaves his penalty area. The ball's in the tram line. It's not even going near the box. Miss it completely. Their player nicks round, picks the ball up, and then shoots. And let's give you credit where credit due. It's a good finish. To score where he scored and put it back, across the goal into the far corner from the angle he was at. That's a good finish. But again, it was a silly mistake from us. There was no need for Jakub Solarchek to come out there. It was a rash decision for him, but in my view. He didn't need to come flying off his line. He didn't need to come out there. The full-back call. Vestergaard should come over and trap the runner. And, we might have seen that out. Really, the first half, let's be honest, I said it half time, I don't think any of the players performed to anywhere near the levels they should have performed at. It was very, very poor. The attacking threat was again trying to get down the wings. There wasn't enough movement in around the box to make it happen. Abdul cutting on numerous occasions, trying to hit it into the far post and hit them across the crossbar. The amount of times Abdul tried to take his man on down the line with the nutmegs and roll it through the legs and go down the line, and he was failing because the defenders were reading it and they were doubling up. We've got to be more clever. You can't just expect Abdul to do all the hard work every time to create these chances. As a team, we've got to move the ball better. We've got to be more positive with the ball. It felt very negative. Beyond sure, I said at half time, I felt like none of them cared to be out there today. I didn't see anyone out there and felt like they actually cared in that first half. It was just very lacklustre again. Very much similar to the Sheffield Wednesday game. I didn't see a team who, were up for the fight. I saw a team in there, as I said on Twitter earlier, I felt like Preston fully deserved the 3 points. They bullied us and they used their strengths. Big team, get the ball into the forwards, play it around the park, get the wingers onto it and cross it. No mucking round. If you got the chance, cross it in. Second half, obviously, we came out and, he made a change. He took off El Khanous, who was very quiet in the first half. Let's be honest, he didn't create a lot. He didn't get involved in the game enough. He was getting barged off the ball. It wasn't one of the strongest games I've seen El Khanous play for us. And he goes at two at top. You basically put Jordan Ayew as the 9, or the false 10-9, and he pushes Daka up front. Basically goes 4-4-2. What sort of worked to start with and didn't seem too bad. We started to knock the ball around better. We started passing the ball better. We started, doing things we hadn't done. We started to push forward at the pitch more. Obviously, we then changed formation again, and we brought off Thomas and brought on Faz, and again, and Hamza was more of a positive impact. We pushed higher at the park at that point as well. Faz pushing the lads forward with lung bursting runs towards the box. Monga coming on and instead of Mavididi, and he was more of really had an impact on the game in my view. He was running up his man. He had their right back turn inside out on multiple occasions, and to a point they subbed him because he couldn't cope with Jeremy Monga, a 16-year-old. His trick and his skill, he could not cope with him. Obviously, Leicester built and had a few chances. The best one in the second half before the goal comes. It was a lovely little 1-2 around the box. The ball comes across the area. I think all Leicester fans think it's going in the net. And Abdul slides in at the back post, shoots, and there's ex-Leicester City keeper Daniel Everson who pulled off a worldie. Typical, in it really, to keep the goal still 1-0. Leicester then literally 30 seconds later score. The ball comes out wide to Monga. He does his man once again. The right back all ends up. He cuts inside, pretends to shoot, dummies it, cuts in again, and then drills it low and hard into the near post. Takes a slight deflection, but there's nothing Everson can do in my view on that. He's beaten all ends up, and it's a great finish by Jeremy Monga. And really, he was the star of the show second half. His skill, his trickery, his pushing to get the ball forward in and the penalty area was the difference for me with the way Leicester played. And then Leicester being left to... We started to panic. We got it to 1-1. I felt like we were panicking with how to move the ball again, and we sort of stopped moving the ball quick enough. Jordan Ayew taking too many touches. Jordan Ayew trying to win too many fouls by falling to the floor was a common theme so far in Jordan's time with Leicester. He goes down a bit too easily, and I think referees are seeing it now. Don't get me wrong, the referee today wasn't the greatest, and there was multiple times where shirt pulling, especially on Daka in one of them, it's pulled him to the ground, and the referee didn't give anything to him. And you're thinking, going, what is he watching? But then a minute later, Daka makes a foul, and he goes straight to there and gives a free kick to Preston. Preston's strengths, they're there to all to see. They were a big, burly team. They bully you off the ball. They want to manhandle you. They want to be in your face. And I saw Twitter someone put, Preston basically bullied us off the park, and the referees let them do it. Well, why didn't we bully them back? Why did we be so weak when we got up against our defenders? And why did we be so weak when our strikers were up against their defenders? We were just weak all over the park, in my view, today. And then the sucker punch comes with 5 minutes to go. Leicester win the ball and attack. As we saw multiple times last year, the problem is the way we've set ourselves up for some reason. The right back position is left exposed. The ball comes across the box. Leicester don't score from the chance, and then their left back hoofs it down the line to their left winger, who runs at Ockley. Ball across the box. Vestergaard's let his man go, and the striker for Preston runs in front and scores. And you're just thinking, typical Leicester again. Chucked it away. There was a point to take home with us, but we can't defend for toffee. I said it before the game. I think we'd concede to my son, and we conceded too. We don't look like scoring at the moment enough. The strikers don't look like scoring. We're 3 games in now. 2 games away from home the last week, where I felt we still look very, very poor up front and up top with the 2 strikers we've got. Again today, I don't see how Daka and Ayew are going to score the goals to get us promoted. You need a 20-goal scorer. 18 was Vardy when we went up that season last time. You need someone who's going to get somewhere 15 to 20 goals as a striker, and I don't see where that's coming through for the 2 strikers we've got. Drop your thoughts in what you think of the game. Overall, another disappointing performance. Overall, I think it's been proven we need to go and sign a striker. We've got to go and do something in the transfer market with a forward, because we need someone up there to start scoring goals. We don't look like scoring again. But yeah, drop your thoughts in. I'll always comment back to you guys. You know that. Cheers for listening.